What was that?
Spit it out back over top of itself. That was fantastic, wasn't it? All right, there we go. Echo.
It can't be me.
And finally, words every place with fuck.
The musical!
It's a touching made-up story of Wes's lingual torture of the English language. Hear from Wes's high school teacher, Mary, last name withheld for anonymity,
Fuck you, Miss Jigglenexky.
on the challenges of learning just what fuck means today. We catch up with Wes on the north lawn of the school, engaged in conversation with other school children. Let's listen in.
All right, so it's 50 and eighth, 35 a half eighth, and if you guys want some wax, I got some killer shatter right now for 40 a gram. But don't fuck around, guys. Cash only.
Hey, Billy, what's marijuana's? What's shatter?
I don't know, dude, but whatever this guy's selling, I'll buy it.
Billy, you're 4. Where do you get money?
Oh, the olden days of Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly. Those were the days. I may have to bring back to make a murderer to make a grundle. I think I have most of those on file. I'll have to dig them back out and see if we can't edit something together and put the poor saga of Dick together. Yeah, my name's Esteban McGrundle, but you can call me Dick. Everybody calls me Dick. My wife calls me Dick.
Everybody just calls me that.
The mailman calls me Dick. UPS. My wife even had all my robes taken down to the seamstress and had Dick put right there on the name.
I walk in the park and all the kids are just like, "Hey, Dick,
how you doing, Dick?" Oh my God, Nabbin. Welcome everybody. Silly edition of the Squatchers Lounge podcast. That's right. This is Bigfoot Entertainment Monthly, the 8th edition out of the year. So we got 8 off out of 12. I mean, that wasn't bad. I mean, I don't even think we really agreed to do it till like March. So,
yeah,
you know, we're
2022.
Yeah,
so who knows?
we have a good God. The home of the fucking I'm so well there we go. Let's go ahead and do the disclaimer. If you're under 13, go ask mom's permission if you can listen to 2 weirdos talk about Bigfoot movies on the internet. The answer is probably no, but you know, you should go ask anyhow. Go ask grandma, she won't care.
Yeah.
You know, grandma's in town for Thanksgiving. We all know nobody's listening to these stupid idiot governors. Now make sure that you only have 6 people at your house for Thanksgiving and have it all outside in the driveway and have your guests bring their own food and their own utensils, and don't let them use your bathroom. No, because that would be bad. That'll be a super spreader. You know, you super spread the COVID if you let them use your bathroom. Everybody has to wear masks, and you can shoot some pumpkin pie at grandma through the car door window with your pumpkin gun.
And you can only smell your food. Do not take your mask off.
That's right. Don't take your mask off to eat. You got to try and eat through your damn mask. Oh, I've never seen anything more stupid in my life than these idiots with the most restrictive comments. What do? They fly off the mama's house for Thanksgiving. I mean, seriously, folks, you can't make this shit up. You just can't. And I'm so glad to see 2020 is over. 2021, if you're anything worse than 2020, anybody up for Ecuador? I mean, you know,
2021 could be the shitty sequel.
I hear Ecuador is like 100-1 for the US dollar. So we go down there with $1,000, you know, that's $100,000. We can live pretty well in Ecuador on $100,000. Just think about it, you know. Anyhow, Yeah, the Woodsman, not the Woodsman, because I made that mistake too. No, the Woodsman. That's right. My name is Enoyo Montoya. You killing my father. Prepare to die. That's the way I felt about that.
Yeah, every time he says that, that's all I can think.
My name is Enoyo Montoya. You kill my father. Prepare to die. Why do you keep saying that? Stop saying that. My name is Enoyo Montoya. You killing my father. Prepare to die.
He really did. Every time he said it. I still can't say his name right. Mauro.
I have no idea what the guy's name is. I just kept
And he
hearing him
said
say
it
Enoyo
1,000,000 times.
Montoya. Yeah, I know, but every time he said it, all I heard was the Princess Bride guy in my head. I just couldn't listen to him.
No, I'm with you 100% because
I never listened to what
I
his name
saw
actually
his
was.
name spelled out, and I still could not say
Oh my
Mauro, Maru, or
Maru.
No,
Maru,
'cause
Maru.
it sounded like Mario, but it wasn't Mario.
My name is Amadio, and he was in Mayan territory. Now that would be Central America, I'm pretty sure, because it's the Aztecs that are up in the Mexicos.
Yeah,
So
what is-
I always get those confused. Dean will straighten me out here. One of them's in Mexico and one of them's in Central America, and I'm pretty sure the Mayans were in Central America because we have Aztec stuff in like Arizona and stuff. So that would make a whole lot more sense. But yeah, so he's in ancient Indian Mayan country in the mountains, and we come across him. We come across the opening with him and his producer arguing.
Yeah.
Now I must say, they must have had a very, very small budget
for
this movie. Yes, super, super small budget for this film. and an independent film work. There are some slip ups that we'll talk about, as we go on, because it made absolutely no freaking sense. But we come across him and his producer with this little John Deere wagon that isn't capable of riding anywhere near Mayan freaking country. I mean, it's like they filmed it in the woods in their backyard and just called it Mayan country because you really couldn't see anything.
It really did seem like it was just some,
It just seemed like it was the woods out behind Grandma's house. I mean,
a lot more.
It wasn't a jungle, let's put it that way. The Mayans would have lived in a jungle. Yep,
it was almost
desert. North, the Mayan and the Olmecs were south. So I was right. Yeah, so this supposedly he was in Central America, which would have just been all jungle region. And of course, we come up on him in the middle of an adventure that he lost all his crap. They're like, look where we're at now. I fell in the river and all my crap is gone. The backstory just didn't work. It kind of like I felt like I walked into the middle of a Les Stroud video.
No, for me, I don't know. It just right off the bat, because I've watched so many movies, that it's a typical survivalist TV show found footage kind of movie. Like there's been that many made.
Yeah.
The star is a prima donna, and that's why he goes off course.
I let's like a little bit of character investment.
Yeah,
well, I want to need to want that guy not to die. Otherwise, I'm going to root for the Bigfoot, which I found myself kind of doing in this movie, which I kept waiting. We'll get to that as well. Yeah. So Chucho lines up his boy, and he's just like, look, man, just take the damn trail, get 30 yards off trail, take some damn video. Nobody will know any difference. We'll put a show together and get paid. You've already lost half the equipment, and the people that are backing this are like, stop being a dick. So stop being a dick, go do what we pay you to do, and come back. And what's the first thing homeboy decides to do? Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, right off the bat.
Well, Grandma told me some stories about some caves that were somewhere in Maya country, and I'm pretty sure they're right over here by this waterway. So we're just gonna screw the whole plan and walk 20 miles off grid.
I think they did that on purpose too. They made you kind of not like him, so it's easy to watch him get tortured.
The more this movie went on, the more I replaced his face with Todd Standing. And the more I waited for an actual...
Yeah, but this movie has a better looking Bigfoot.
Right. Well,
or gorilla, I mean.
Does it? Does it really? I mean... I don't know. We'll get to that part of it as well. But, all of a sudden, the first night, he gets out there into the woods. It starts getting dark, and he needs to set up camp and get a fire going. And all of a sudden, we get a cut edit to him sitting by the tent up and the fire going. He's like, yeah, I didn't have time to show you how to start a fire, Well, you did it. So why wouldn't you have time to just set the damn camera up and talk to it while you did it? I mean, you were doing it anyhow, right? I mean, it didn't make any that kind of. And then you hear the first bang. It was like, oh, okay, that's spooky. I don't want to be that dude, kind of like off the trail, not knowing anybody, knowing where I'm going, and that kind of stuff going off in the woods. Yeah, that might be just a little bit of a little bit disturbing at points. But that was where the first film mistake got left in, because he's talking to somebody and they reply. Like a little later on in that night, they hear the banging again and then the grunt, and he goes, "Do you hear that?" And then you see, because I would watch closed caption because I'm half freaking deaf anyhow. You actually see in the closed caption that somebody else, he never moves his mouth, says, "Yeah, I heard that." Well, who the hell was he talking to? Because he didn't have a cameraman. He was supposedly doing all of his own filming, which we know from the camera angles.
He was talking to the camera like he was talking to people, but
right, I know, but the somebody responding to him, yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, somebody responding
was a bit of a oops. You probably shouldn't do that. That's kind of give away that you guys are out there in the field with him. But I again digress. He wants to make a good show.
Yeah,
about survival.
Then he blames all his mishaps because he got lost, and he blames it because he has a beard
on his beard. Because it's maybe it's bad luck that he grew a beard, because this is the only time.
Let me tell you something about that scene though. It took me seeing this movie for like the third time because I kept forgetting what it was. And it took me about that long to notice that he said something about shaving his beard, because I thought I was like, how the fuck does he just have a shaved face in the next scene? You know what I mean? Like I realized that I hadn't paid attention, when he was talking.
And then
couple times. Because I'm like trying to listen in the background. I want to hear the Bigfoot or something make a noise.
Well, while we're on the topic of the beard, it was funny that by the end of the movie, the beard had completely returned
to
the same way that it was before he shaved it all off. So that was kind of magical. I mean, gee, a little bit of bad editing, because from the time that he shaved it off to the time that the end of the movie was like 48 hours, and believe me, y'all know I can grow a beard. But I can't grow a beard like that in 48 hours. I mean, it's going to be stubble for at least a freaking week. But apparently, okay, lay down here. We're going to do some filming. Oh, shit. We didn't think about we're going to shave him later.
Because it's like they didn't pay attention to that or something, and they filmed certain scenes, and then they went back and had him film the scene, like, oh, I need to shave this. I blame... they were like, ooh, let's fix our fuck up or something. That's all I get from it, because it's like, it was so weird for him to say, I'm
going to shave it, and then it was all back by the end of the movie. All right, well, it's halftime here, so let's give out a halftime shout out to the people in our hangout tonight. Look at that. The Duncans are with us there. And Mary Duncan, dude, the Duncans are like legit, dude. They're hardcore woods people, man. They are on the ball. You go camping with them anytime. Seriously, they are legit fun people to be around. Shane Barber. Hello there, Duncan. Mr. Shane. Glad you were with us. Miss Natalie Smith. And I'm sure that she's hanging out with Weezy tonight, because tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and Weezy.
Hey, Weezy.
Hey, Weezy. Weezy. Give me my remote control. Shut up, George. And there's Miss Bella Allegria. Hello, Bella. Glad you're with us tonight. The Reverend Timothy McCune is in the house. Hello, Reverend.
Reverend. Reverend.
Moving on down the list here. Boom, boom, boom. There's that asshole Jeffrey Kelly and the Reverend Jeff Kelly. If you didn't check it out, I was on with Steve Coles on Sunday night on the Squatch Detective TV TBD show or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm bad with names, but youtube.com/Steve Coles was on with him Sunday night. It was 2 hours of uninterrupted fun. It actually turned into a nice conversation about a lot of things. Old Richter's reared his head up to try and derail the show, but quickly got shut down and decided to go put his head in the microwave. And I agreed with his consent. Hey, there's the ding, 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 Cooper. Hey, that was his idea too, to go put his head in the microwave, not mine. So
What's the oh man, just
Mr.
still
Fang.
trolling.
Oh, dude, so hard, man. No kidding. Can't three. There's the Rod Dupree, Mr. Reverend Rod Dupree. Yeah, the Reverend Rod Dupree. He's always
Reverend?
please.
Reverend Rod.
Reverend Dean Cooper, of course.
That'd be a bitchin' business card.
The Reverend Rodney
Reverend
Dupree.
Rod.
Reverend Rod.
Yeah.
Rev Rod. There's the Don Rife, the Viking himself. Hello, hello. Walter Peck.
Mr. Peck, sir.
Peck. Here a peck, there a peck, everywhere a
Walter
peck.
Isn't that the name of the guy that shuts the Ghostbusters building down?
Might be.
Releases all the ghosts in part
Forrest
2?
Crab. Hi, my name's Forrest Crab. People call me Forrest Crab.
Mr. Forrest.
Mr. Forrest Crab is back. Hello. Oh my God.
World Bigfoot Radio.
World Bigfoot Radio. It was
Prairie
fun.
Fire.
It was fun doing Steve's show. I mean, nobody ever invites me to do their shows. It's kind of strange because, most of their fans enjoy it. Travis Bumpy. He's in the house with us as well. Let's see here. The Titan Glass 88. Hello there, Titan Glass 88.
Titan Glass.
World Bigfoot Radio. What the hell? Come on now. Prairie Fire? I can't see what the heck that says. Does that say Prairie Rary Fire? I think so.
Prairie Fire.
No.
Prairie Fire.
Prairie Fire. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You can blame the allergic conjunctivitis on the eye blur to the friggin' 4-point font that my blind ass can't friggin' see. Anyhow, screw you, Miss Jigglenesky. For those of you that don't know, there used to be a woman that just Mary Gillespie or something who just used to troll.
That's what it was.
Yeah. And finally, she just found better things to do. But oh my God.
God, she was the worst.
Windsor is in the house as well. I don't want to forget Lance in the big white north. All right.
How you doing, eh?
That is everybody here.
Is everybody
if
there?
I didn't say anything to you, well, that's because I probably don't know you're here. And, that's how that all works. All right. Back at it here. The Woodsman. Yeah, for sure. So here we are. We're half movie and homeboy spending the second night in the woods now with a fire going, and there's a bunch of noise and animals like circling his camp, and he's pretty sure it's people. He thinks it's people. He thinks it's somebody out there messing with him. And all of a sudden, in comes a big ass rock.
Oh yeah, that's the one part that I liked about this movie was when that rock came and smashed his fire.
Yeah, they did it twice. They did it in his wet feet scene, but the first time they did it was in that night scene, and then he ran off with the camera. And when he came back in the morning, something had spilled out all his water and taken all of his food, taken his knife and
his compass.
Yeah, what the heck would
He wasn't doing too well with a map and a compass.
No, he
either,
wasn't.
Though. So.
The other feeling I got, this was like a really bad episode of Survivor Man meets The Princess Bride meets The Blair Witch Project. Like, if there would have been one more dickhead with him that would have been able to cry into the camera, it would have been very Blair Witch. But the whole thing, I don't know where I am on this map. The map was very integral to this guy's, well-being until he realized, well, I don't know where the hell I am. It's like, dude, you were seriously sitting at the edge of a water tributary. You can't find that on a freaking map?
Yeah.
I mean, you followed a creek up there to this giant water basin. Oh, I got to go find water. Didn't you just take footage of the ducks flying across the friggin' water? Don't you have the ability to make fire? I mean, can you boil water? God, you're a survivalist? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good
It's
Lord.
like Bear Grylls, man.
Yeah. Bear Grylls, I loved him. He was in Florida, and he was trying to find south. So he took a stick and put it in the river with a string attached to it with a bottle on it in the St. Johns River to see if he could find south, because he knows that the St. Johns River flows north-south from south to north. But I know that the sun rises in the east. If you point towards the sun and then turn right, you're looking at the south. I mean, how hard is it you got to build a stick and a string and a bottle, and you're even looking in the wrong direction because the St. Johns River flows north, dumbass.
I just remember the video of him where he's pretending to be in what did he call it? A crevasse. And the cameraman hears a truck coming,
Scrolls,
turns around, and you see Walmart and McDonald's and shit. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, he's out there dipping in cold ass water and climbing inside of a ram skin, and you see cars driving by in the background.
Yeah,
it's like, oh well, got to do what you got to do to film. Kind of like this guy, I mean, wherever they were filming. I mean, some of the scenes were pretty cool, but boy. Yeah. His river crossings weren't very good for a survivalist, that's for sure. He definitely needed a little bit more education when it comes to that kind of stuff. But that was kind of funny that every time he struggled, it was because he ran into a body of water that he had to cover. Yeah. And then not like 10 minutes later in the movie, he's out of fresh water again. It's like, didn't you just cross a river?
Yeah.
You didn't think to fill up your bottle and boil it later. You can boil it in the water. You can boil it right there in that plastic bottle. It's okay. I mean, it won't be great, but you can do it. It's just anyhow. Worst survivalist ever.
Yeah. now you see why Chucho
yeah
was so pissed at him. Because
all right, just follow the path, dumbass.
Yeah, because it's like, dude, clearly you're an idiot. Like, come on.
So he finally gets up to the caves that he's been looking for. He runs into some cages. Some caves. Let's put it that way. They might not be the ones he's actually looking for, because Lord knows he ain't found nothing else he's been looking for on that map since he started. But he runs into a cave. And then proceeds to tell us that the only light he has is the little light on the camera. And that it's stupid and dangerous and retarded to go inside that cave with that as his only light. But that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, because I'm model.
Because my name is Inigo, I'm going to tell you. You in my butter. Prepare for that. And this is the Woodsman. Yeah. Oh, God. And the way he was talking,
he says it so much that could be a drinking game.
Yeah, it could. You'd be totally sloshed if you took a drink every time he said this. This is the Woodsman.
Yeah,
or his name.
Yeah,
or a bang.
There's one scene you may not survive because he says it's like 7 times in a row.
Every time you hear a bang on a tree, you have to drink.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So. He hauls up into these caves and he finds the petroglyphs and, something stinking. That's bad. That smells bad. Well, yeah, most caves do stink, dumbass, because animals pull shit in there to eat, so that they can guard it while they eat it and it rots. That's, what happens inside of caves, weirdo. But what does he find?
Chucho's jacket.
He finds, well, what's left of poor Chucho.
Well, yeah, but see, that didn't make sense to me because those bones were like old bones.
Right. I wasn't sure if those were supposed to be like Indian burial bones, you know,
Yeah,
somebody
but
that was
it
there like a
looked like-
long, looked like there was a shield and a friggin' sword there or something. It was,
Yeah.
it was
It
weird.
looked like those bones were on top of the jacket. So
And
that's
then-
what makes you think that's Chucho.
Right. And then he's, Chucho, you can come out, Chucho. Chucho, I get it. It's not a joke anymore. Come out. Oh, this is bloody. Ooh, something stinks. Ooh, Chucho. And that's when we finally hear the roar from the back, and he turns the camera towards it. And we get the one glimpse through the entire movie of the creature. I can't call it a Bigfoot because it's, you know, it's Mayan. That wouldn't necessarily be a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot, but
gorilla or something.
you're right, some kind of giant friggin' ape creature. That's all that matters to me.
On all fours.
Yeah, because it was kind of standing on that rock, like, you know, and it was the camera was all shitty, and that was done on purpose because I'm sure it was CGI, and you know, CGI is friggin' expensive, and I'm sure it was rendered rather shittily just so that they could get the feel of what it was, because after that there were no more shots of the Bigfoot. You know, he
shadow really.
He goes hauling out of the cave and gets out of the cave, runs down and buries himself under the overhang. And you know, some producers standing up top kicking dirt off the top of it to kind of reference that there's a ape creature up there.
Yeah.
You know, an ape creature. I think, have you seen gorillas throw shit at the zoo when they're mad? Oh, dude. Yeah, no, they don't just knock little stuff around. Oh, no, they clumps and shit and food and whatever the hell else they can find. They're just, you know, just pissed off. And he runs again. Now, at some point, he got injured.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Because, yeah, they edited that weirdly because they never even mentioned that he got injured, but he was hopping around that night on, you know, like one leg.
Yeah.
You know, and all messed up on it. And
that scene was shot so weird because it was like diagonal. Like, so you don't know if he's laying down or if he's like on a hill.
I think that's what it was. I think when he ran down ran out of that last overhang, he was running downhill and just kind of lost control of his faculties and rolled into, you know, kind of laying on a hill.
Yeah.
And that's where the camera was catching all of that. But in the very end of it, you know, we literally get the phantom kill.
Yeah.
And the phantom drag off. No.
Typical ending of most Bigfoot movies.
Bigfoot without
filmed
Bigfoot
in found
movies.
footage.
That's right. Bigfoot without a Bigfoot movies usually end in this exact formula. You know, it's kind of crazy. Yeah. And then the camera was left behind and roll credits.
Yeah. Just like the lady with the tigers.
Right, Lady and the Tiger. Yeah. I mean, we don't even know how the footage was found. Chucho was dead. He wasn't anywhere near where he was supposed to be picked up. You know, we have no idea where the footage actually came from.
Or how that creature managed to be following him and then also be clear on the other side and get Chucho.
Right. Oh.
Because Chucho was supposed to meet him there.
Was supposed to meet him at the bridge, but not at that cave.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? So it's not like he was just there waiting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so, like, that creature was, like, making moves.
He was, or was there more than one creature?
I mean, it did sound like that.
It did seem, because he kept saying that this is how they communicate to each other. he was whispering that kind of stuff into the camera. So, maybe that was the reference that they were trying to give us, kind of like the last one, Primal Rage. It was like there was only one until the very end, and then there were like 6, and we didn't really know that. Let's say hello to some of the latecomers to the party over here. Dixie Q came to the house. How you doing there, Dixie Q? Mr. Frank G. I know it's late over there, or early over there, one or the other. But hello, Mr. Frankie G.
Where's he at?
He's one of my
Malaysia?
drunken Irish dads.
Oh, Ireland.
Yeah, Ireland or the UK, one or the other. It doesn't smell like Irish Spring, and he never bought me anything, but still I thump my chest and sing. I'm a drunken Irish dad. Yeah, there we go. Sismite is Mayan for Bigfoot. Okay, well, that's exactly how that works. Yeah.
Is that what they called?
Is
that what a Mayan Bigfoot word?
That's what Mr.
South American Bigfoot is.
The Reverend Dean Cooper says that Sismite was the Mayan word for Bigfoot. So that, my friends, is where we are going to wrap up this edition of the Squatchers Lounge podcast and Bigfoot Entertainment Monthly. Yes'm. We'll be back next month at the end of the month with another one. We don't know yet. Maybe not. We'll see. That's always between the holidays, and we can never really tell. For me, myself, don't forget to check out at Squatchy Comics on Instagram, because the mystery Squatch boxes of original artwork and all kind of cool stuff. You never know what's gonna be in it.
Yep.
You do anything special for Christmas?
Gonna trample around, smash some shit.
I meant sales, Goofy. I didn't mean were you gonna like smash some muffins and get some booty.
Just your typical Christmas going on. No, I've got Black Friday deals going for like comic stuff and shit like that, but like I don't have anything planned for December just because I don't. Art wise, people don't buy art really in these months, and I've kind of lived it with tattooing, so I'm not even gonna bother.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna continue with my commission work that I'm doing. So,
well, yeah, you're just far better off waiting it out, because you don't want to waste that creative.
I know come January and
it'll be right back on board again. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, that's gonna do it for us tonight. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you next Wednesday night with another show, and may the Squatch be with you. In your bubble.
Happy Turkey Day, everybody.
Happy Turkey Day. Happy Turkey Day. Happy Turkey Day. And Frankie is over in Canada, so he's not one of my drunken Irish dads.
North of Sudbury.
Yeah, wherever that is.
He's in Canada, he says.
Apparently so.
Why did he tell us he was from Ireland?
I don't know why I thought he was.
Or was that me?
I said he was from Ireland, but I'm thinking of somebody else.
Later, y'all.
Peace.